Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyama Mritaata. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om is that infinite reality. Divinity or reality expresses in our life in three ways. One is with name and form and attributes, as what we see as gods or what we call as gods. If you don't see them, at least you call them. Then the second is reality with attributes but no form. That is the Ishvara. That is the totality. And the ultimate one is no form and no attributes, no qualities. That is the infinite reality, and that is what Om is. Om is indicating. Om is that. And when it expresses in our life as Saguna Sakar, it appears as Trayambakam Yajamahe. Trayambakam, the three-eyed one. What are the three eyes? The three eyes could be the sun, these two, and the third one is the third eye. The intuitive eye. So, who is this? He, if you see the Lord Shiva, he is the three-eyed one. Trayambakam Yajamahe. I pray to him, to the three-eyed one. One eye is the right brain, the emotions. The left eye, the right eye is the sun, or the left eye is the Chandra, which is borrowed light. The sun is the original light, which is the right eye. Right eye is the knowledge, the logic, the intellectual acumen, and right eye is the emotional acumen. But there is one more light. Even though the sun gives light to the moon, but there is something else which even illuminates the sun. And that is this third eye. What is that third eye? It is you. Who knows that there is a left eye and a right eye? See, in the outside world, who is seeing the sun and the moon? What illuminates the sun and the moon is more brighter than the sun and the moon. What illuminates it? Your eyes illuminate the sun and the moon. And when we come to ourselves, because the whole universe is included in this body, so this is the sun, the right eye is the sun, left eye is the moon, and the light which illuminates both of them, the one who knows both of them, is the third one, the transcendental one, the intuitive one, the witnessing one. Or we can take it in another way, that the Lord Shiva is the one who is all three, supporting all three, but beyond all three. See. So to that Lord Shiva, to that Trayambakam Yajamahe, when we invoke the Lord in this manner, meaning you are not only an emotional fool, not only an arrogant intellectual, but you have gone beyond. You are looking at the Shiva, you are contemplating on the Shiva, you have spent the whole night meditating on Shiva. Sugandhim pushtivardhanam. What must happen is the grace must flow. Grace flows when we get out of the way. As long as we are in the way, the grace will not flow. The sugandhim, it will not flow. The fragrance will not flow. Sugandhim means fragrance. Fragrance of what? Fragrance of auspiciousness. Fragrance of auspiciousness. Fragrance of blessing. Fragrance of a transformed vision. A fragrance of seeing all in one and one in all. Sugandhim. And this is Pushti Vardhanam. This is the nourishing vision. This is the nourishing grace. But Pushti is nourishment. This vision is nourishment. So this transformation, when it comes about within us as a result of wakefulness throughout the night, contemplating on Shiva or chanting his mantra or seeing him as the Trayambakam, and we pray to him, it results, or he is of the nature of Sugandhim. He is by nature nourishing. Who is this? He is the consciousness. He is the Mahadev. You have got many devas in you. What are the devas? You have got the sun god, the moon god, the Ashwini Kumars, the Vayu Devata in the nostrils, the Varuna Devata on your tongue. You got Vishnu on your feet. You got Indra in your hands, Brahmaji in your procreative organ, Yama in your excretory organ. And in this way, all the gods that you pray to in temples are located within this body. And what are they called? Devas. Devas are productive potentials. The power behind the right eye is called the power of the sun. The power behind the left eye is called the power of the moon. The power with which our feet move is the power of Vishnu. The power with which we are able to hold things and the strength in our arms is called the power of Indra. The potential of Indra, who is expressing. It is not our strength. All this is borrowed. Borrowed from all these gods. They alone are expressing. Some idiot has come up and said, I am this body. And it is my leg, it is my hand, it is my brain, it is my mind, it is my eyes. My. So they are our job is, as a spiritual seeker, as a meditator, to invoke all these potentials to their maximum. For that, we have to get out of the way. How do we get out of the way? By contemplating on Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam. See? It's very simple. All you have to think, contemplate is on the Lord Shiva, permeating your own being. Lose your identity in identifying with Lord Shiva. Lose your individual identity in identifying with the totality called Lord Shiva, or totality called the consciousness. The reality, the consciousness, I told you three ways: Saguna Sakar, Nirguna Sakar, and Nirgun Nirakar. Saguna Nirakar. Again I'll say you. First one, the lowest one or the manifest one is Saguna Sakar. Saguna with attributes, Sakar with form. Second level is Saguna Nirakar with qualities but no form. And the ultimate is Nirguna Nirakar, no qualities, no form. How do you equate this? A wave is Saguna Sakar, has a form, temporary existence. Nirgun Sakar, ocean. What are the dimensions of ocean? Where does it begin? Where does it end? Do you know? So you don't have a form of ocean, but you have qualities of ocean. What is the quality? It includes all the waves. It is deep. Wave is shallow. So where are we? Are we only on the periphery of our personality, the illusory personality, or have we dived deep into our own being? So wave, then the ocean, Saguna Nirakar. Sagun with qualities, Nirakar, ocean has no form. No line which defines this is still where it is. And Nirgun Nirakar is water. No quality from this example point of view, no quality and no dimensions. See? So where are we? Are we sitting in Saguna Sakar? I am only this body. I am nobody. I am separate to everybody. Lage raho phir. You will only have all the challenges at an individual level. Or do you consider yourself? Where are you? Where is your form in deep sleep? Vanished, but you still are. So here this mantra, Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam. By contemplating on Lord Shiva, it helps us to come to our essential nature, who is none other than Shiva himself. Sham Karoti iti Shiva. Sham, the one who brings auspiciousness in our life. And that auspiciousness, as I have already said, is the transformation of our vision. Not only about the world, but about ourselves. When your understanding about yourself changes, your vision of the world will also change. It's not the other way around. And what will happen as a result when this Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, when it reaches its climax, it percolates your heart and mind. You are one with continuously contemplating on the Lord Shiva and invoking the grace of Lord Shiva. What happens? Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityor mukshiyamamrataat. Urvarukamiva bandhanat. Just as Urvaruka is a tuber, a pumpkin or a zucchini or a cucumber, these fruits or vegetables, they are born on a vine and they grow on the vine. Vine is very thin. They are sitting on the ground. Pumpkin, for example, is sitting on the ground. The vine cannot hold the weight of the pumpkin. Pumpkin is sitting, it is getting nourished from the plant, and it doesn't leave the plant. The plant shrivels and leaves the ripe pumpkin where it is. So we don't have to. So what is this vine? The plant. The plant is this world. We are born in this plant, in this world. You mature You invoke Lord Shiva, you mature, you ripen within while living in this world, getting nourishment for this world. But where is your attention? On Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva himself is the world. You don't see that at this moment. But Lord Shiva himself is all that there is. So we are getting nourishment from the world, getting ripened, because in this world only the name and form is there. So we are taking the name of Lord Shiva. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam. We are nourishing ourselves with that. And when we become ripe, the world will automatically leave us. We don't have to leave the world. Just as when we become ripe and ready to sleep, the world leaves us. While living in the world, we transcend the world in sleep. You don't give up the world leaves you. Sleep is part of the world only. It brought you to you were exhausted in this world, and then the thought sleep is part of the world. And the world left you alone. Urvarukameva. Bandhanat. So you become free. Once you become ripe, you become free from the bondage of the world, attachment of the world, entanglement of the world. The world can no longer hook you. The world can no longer influence you. Urvarukameva bandhanan mrityurmukshiyamamritaat. And thus, when once one is completely ripe and the world cannot influence you anymore, it cannot affect you anymore, it cannot control you, it cannot get a reaction out of you, that itself is mukshiya. That itself is moksha. That itself is overcoming death. Mrityor mukshiya. Liberation from death. We think death is an event at the end of life, whenever that life is. For someone it is few days, few months, few years. For some it is 100 years. But death is not an event. According to our scriptures, death is every moment when we have forgotten the Lord Shiva in our heart and given validity to the world as some bhogya vastu, as something to be enjoyed, something to be attached, something to be aspired, something to be controlled, something to be manipulated. Whenever we have given value to the world of names and forms, whenever we have given value to the differences that are prevalent in this world, the duality that is present in this world, whenever we have given validity to the sense of otherness, that I am the speaker and you are the listener, separation. As long as we keep giving this validity, we are dying. Every time we move away from ourselves, we are dying. See? Mrityor mukshiyam amritat. So, living in this world, remain one with the Lord Shiva within your heart and mind. Everything will go on. You cannot stop it from going on. Waking, dream and deep sleep will keep coming and going. Even realize masters go through those three states. They also get hungry, they also go to sleep, they also take bath, they also do other things. But are they attached to it? Are they affected by it? Are they influenced by it? Are they slaves of it? No, we are. Thus, contemplating on Lord Shiva in this manner, we reach the immortality that He is and He alone is expressing in Rudram, in the Anganyas, it says, Hridaye Shivastisthatu. The, the, the potentiality that expresses in our heart is Lord Shiva. Just we say, Nayanav Chandra Adityav Tishthetam. In the eyes, the moon and the sun are there. Padayoho Vishnustisthatu. In the feet, it is Vishnuji. In the Hridaye Shivastisthatu. Let auspiciousness, the transcendental element. And what is that? It is not some idea, it is not some word, it is not some concept. It is the consciousness itself. It is the life itself. And that I am. And this Shivaratri gives us this opportunity when we are available to this auspiciousness. So let's sit quietly and contemplate on what we have just heard. I'll repeat it once. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityormukshiyama mrutaat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.